class right now. All right. So now if you broadly look at, content as an industry, we guys, expect either a job or we guys expect either freelancing as a career or like work from home, or we are either here that we run a traditional form of a business, right? And we're looking forward that one way I can go ahead and do something around internet-based businesses that I can take my business online and start selling, right? So one out of it, we have an objective, and that's why I think we are spending time together right now in this orientation too. So my request to all, I would like to understand your requirements, guys, that what exactly you are here for, and then I will help you guys to understand what exactly you are supposed to do and how you can go ahead and achieve that using content as an industry. So to my audience like Chilara, Deep, Chanda, Francina, Gurpreet, Kayati, and everyone else, I have a request. If in the chat box you guys can write that I'm here, that I'm looking forward to get a job, I'm here to go ahead and start with my work from home, or I'm here to go ahead and start with my own business. So whatsoever you have in mind, if you can just put that in the chat box, your objective, so that I can go ahead and accordingly proceed and guide you guys that how to go ahead and achieve all these objectives. So we have Sasneha, and she says that she's here for uh, that is freelancing, and then Satyendra for setting up a business, or he has a business maybe. Alternative source of income for Kayati Patel, and then Deep says work from home. Lakshmi Nair says freelancing for now. Final objective is setting up a business, and for Usha it is work from home, and eventually set up a business overall, freelance, and eventually start my own business. For Francina, wow, and for Gurpreet it is job. Great. Anyone else who would still like to go ahead and write that in the chat box, please? You can go ahead, take a minute and write that. Zaira, Sonia, Shiva, Satyendra, would you mind sharing that? Freelancing or a job for Sonia as well. Great. Now, guys, I have a question to ask. Right now, typically, if you ask someone, or as per your current understanding, what are the key responsibility areas for these content writers? What are these content writers do? When I talk about the job point of view, let's say you are a content writer. According to your current understanding, what are you supposed to do to finally go ahead and do that job? If you can just write that in the chat box. And I'm responsible to write content, to grow business, to create awareness about the product, to go ahead and write something around news or whatsoever you have in mind. You can go ahead and put that so that I can understand you well, and then we can go ahead and do some discussion around that how one can achieve a successful job in content industry, and at the same time what are various roles in content writing industry based on various businesses as an example. So as a job, what do you think that you are responsible to do as a content writer? Is it to just write a content? Is it just to create a content copy, to create an awareness about a product? Write on subjects which are most needed by the people, according to Usha. Wonderful, Usha. What about others? Create new content. Francina says for blogging. Wonderful. Anyone else who would still like to contribute that? Burning subjects as per Satyendra. Okay. Chilara cannot hear. Zaira says ghost writing. Okay. Lakshmi says I would like to focus more on financial writing. All right. Sales, ads, copywriting, right marketing. Okay, great. Now guys, pay attention. Okay, this is very, very critical for you to understand. Now, Shiva, if you can just help few people, those who are unable to connect with their device, that will help. Chilara is one of those. All right, guys, have a look. Now, one thing which we need to always keep in mind is that various businesses will have a different types of requirements from the content writer. So let's say you run a company called Amazon. Now these guys, let's say they've launched a new product called iPhone 12, right? A recent launch, right? iPhone 12, when Amazon recently launched, is it that they have inventory online? No, it's just a product page, right? Who creates these product pages? The one who writes the content is a copywriter, right? And the one who designed that page is a designer known as front-end designer or developer. Are you aware about it? Now, this product description, when someone is writing, look at the final objective of Amazon. Do they want the people just to visit? No. They want that people, when they visit, they should buy as well, right? So it's called that as a content or a product creator, you're responsible for online sales. I'm sure that's not your target, but the copy which you will write, how successful you are, one thing which they will go ahead and calculate on the basis of one, the content copy on those terms. When someone search like this, iPhone, let's say 11 right now. When I've searched for iPhone 11 and I've got this site, Amazon, that means whosoever created this product page, it's absolutely good, right? Why? Because it's ranking, it is appearing in front of people, and then there is a possibility that people will definitely buy. Do you agree to disagree? If you look at page number 2 content, no one goes there, right? No one goes to this gymmochina.com and all. Why? Because no one actually go ahead and read contents like this. They only go ahead and read here. Everyone able to relate? Now, what's the final objective? The final objective for these types of brands are that you research for the right word. Given the volume search for this particular product is around 1.5 million. So huge, right? 15 lakh people every month they search for this as a term. And after this, the next move from here is that you can simply go ahead and create a product page where people land and then finally buy. That's for Amazon. And no matter whichever product you are going to update on an e-commerce site, the brand will expect that you to go ahead and buy. With me? That's one type of business. The other type of business is that, let's say a company like IM Skills. For us as an institution, what matters? Let's say we offer 3 types of courses at the moment, which includes content writing, digital marketing, and CAT coachings. Now, every content related to CAT coachings, digital marketing, and content writing, we can go ahead and capture. And our final objective is to capture leads, right? That people should attend our demo class. And if they will like it, that's my role. That if they will like my demo, they will further move towards buying the product. That's called taking our training programs. Now, for these type of businesses, we expect that more and more number of leads. Now, the process is again same. Then when they search for it, let's say you're searching for, is content writing a great career? And then you find IM Skills, and then we are inviting you from that point of view towards, why don't you attend a career-oriented demo class with me? And that's how we move audience. So that's called lead nurturing. But the final objective for this writer was just to write? No, it was to write, create information, capture people, more and more people towards leads, so that a company or a business can grow. But final objective is lead generation on the keywords which are really, really important as per our industry or our niche. Able to relate, guys? Can I get quick yes, no, maybe in the chat box? Now, the last thing is that's called brand building. Now, let's say a brand like, are you active at Quora, Medium, or sites like WikiHow? Now, you might have, seen these sites have a lot of content wherein there is no final objective. No final objective that people, they expect that you buy something, or they expect that you go ahead and give them a lead or do something, right? No. All is that, let's say you're reading at Quora about a political view, or let's say you're reading at Quora about someone's personality. Let's say Usha says that she heard about us at Quora. Now, someone have reviewed, right? Now, when you're reading, no one can buy there, right? No one is asking you to fill up a form. So what that stands for? That stands for brand building. You might have seen a lot of people, they do, or they develop brands like this. They are at Quora, especially channels which are, okay, with one great example, if you have a bit interest in politics, there are campaigns which go really viral about someone's personality. Let's say a prime minister face, chief minister face of any particular state. That during the election days, you may see a lot of content upvotes, reshare at Quora about that person, and that person, whosoever have written that, is praising the good work this guy has done or girl has done. Why? That's called that brand building. Given a lot of people, they are there, they have an interest of in politics, because when you select or create an account at Quora, they ask you, are you interested in these subjects? and then you've given your view that I'm interested in politics, and then someone is real person is writing there. So that creates an engagement. So that's called an influencer marketing. But again, what you do at the back end, you're writing that content that encourage, that creates that spark in the reader mind that the other person is really good. So that's called developing that brand. So again, as a content writer at such platforms, is your objective is to sell? No. Is your objective is to capture leads? No. Your objective is that your content, whatsoever you have written, should go viral. Everyone, is this clear? Now, the most important thing, which you are going to go ahead and now answer to me. These are three businesses. I don't think so any other expectation from a content writer any business has. But how many of you think that a course from any institute, let's say even IM Skills, can go ahead and land you to a job all in the next 1 or 2 months? That you're finally going to go ahead and get a job. And if you have this expectation, my answer is no, you are not. And I'm being honest, straight, and very genuine with you. Now, let me explain why is that so. Content is more of a skill-based program, all right? And when I say skill-based program, it has a lot of things. So when I talk about writing point of view, these are the stuffs we teach you in our writing program. This includes articles, blogs, ebooks, how to write commercial pages. This is one of the commercial page right now. How to write ad copy, which is part of copywriting. How to create a business listing, academic writing, institutional, products, press release, e-listing, product description like Amazon, web pages, mailers, that's email mailers and all that, brochure, instructional designing, social media posts, digital infographics, all such types of content writing you as a person is going to learn, right? But for a business, it's really difficult for you to go ahead and give that confidence immediately that I can go ahead and write all these types of content. But why? Because it takes around 3 months to 6 months time to go ahead and showcase someone the result part. So if you will write some, let's say you're going to write a content copy right now, this process will take around 3 months for search engines to decide whether you are ready to appear at first, at first page or not. So there are various jargons which I cannot use right now, else you guys will be confused. Just remember that. So now this content writing along with content marketing, these are two things which go parallel with each other. So what is that one way that I am job ready? A simple process is that as a person, you must have something in hand. Is this a skill? Yes, but how? In a form of something visible, a blog where you are already writing and the content which you have created, you've already got visitors, readers, they are your fans, you have their leads. You can show to the recruiter that I have done this round about 6 months ago, and these many people, they read my content every day. Let's say 100 people. So that's say it's 100 people footfall at your own blog, like at your own shop. It's like that. So this way, the other person will get it that you understand keyword research, you understand SEO, you understand how to create an engagement with the content, you understand how to create the product page or a landing page, and you also understand the analytics part, that how to analyze the database and all. Overall, able to relate, guys, that what exactly it is, how the functionality part works. Now, for you, it is very critical. And I've been saying this. Why? Because I know what people ask for. Let's say IM Skills is a program. We are listed even at sites like Naukri.com as a preferred course for content writing, right? If you look at it, we understand this is a market that what outside people they are expecting from you. And in fact, if I am supposed to hire someone, I know that what exactly I am expecting from this content writing profile. And I'm not going to hire anyone randomly. I want someone who can actually give me that confidence that, all right, this is something really, really lucrative. Everybody, is this clear? Now, the point is that what should I focus at? Whether you're going to learn at IM Skills or whether you're going to learn somewhere else. The one and the most important thing which you have to keep in your mind is that set up a blog, do the right keyword research, and only just don't focus at writing. A lot of people, they just focus at writing. You have to focus along with that content marketing skills as well. Because the moment you are able to show what you've done, you will be able to go ahead and do wonders with your content and your job ready as well. Everyone, are you sold on this part? Is this clear? Can I get a quick yes, no, or maybe in the chat box, please, so that I can move to the next topic around freelancing and all that. Francina says, great. Thank you. Thanks for the acknowledgement, guys. Now let's talk about the next move from here. That's called freelancing or work from home. Is it something which is really promising? My answer is partially I agree to this because, okay, let's go ahead and understand this part from a different point of view. Keep it this way. So let's say I said that I'm looking forward to go ahead and do freelance, right? I'll give you one number. Let's go ahead and divide, or let's go ahead and figure out the ratio right now. So, right, you guys have two options today to study content writing. There is a guy called Vaibhav.com. That's me, of course. And he is an instructor who can provide you training around content writing. All right. He will charge you 11,900 plus 18% tax. I repeat, 11,900 plus 18% tax for a 1 month course plus 3 months internship, as similar as IM Skills. And then on the other side, there is an institute named as IM Skills, and there is a teacher called Vaibhav.com and the other one. These guys are all offering same product like this guy. Same product, 11,900, 1 month course, 3 months internship, 25 different types of content writing, along with that content marketing, everything as same as both the product delivery are same. As a person, where will you prefer that? Okay, I'll go ahead and learn. Where will you go ahead and pick it up like this, that I am going to learn content writing from? In the chat box, please. The Institute for Padma Priya. Okay, Deep will again go with an institute. Wonderful. Depends upon the review for Lakshmi. So I'll take Lakshmi for an individual. All right, institute. All right, institute, yes. Okay, what about others? Zara would go with Udemy. Okay, nice. Institute, yes. Okay, so if we take this like this, the ratio says out of 100, 95 will trust brands and 5% will go with an individuals, in which we can also name Udemy, Vaibhav.com, XYZ things, right? Now let me ask you guys one question. Where you should think, okay, according to you, where do you think you should focus at? Where 95 people as your prospects or buyers are sitting, or you should focus at where 5 people are your buyers or they're waiting for you? Where do you have more potential to drive business as a person? Focus on 95, right? You will have more chances to convert, right? With me, everyone, right? Now, the point and the problem with the market is, I'll explain. Freelancing is absolutely not bad at all. It's good, but there is a challenge. You have limited resources and you have limited leads around it. People trust brands. Now ask yourself, instead of you establishing yourself like a freelancer versus you're establishing yourself like a brand owner. Now ask yourself from the scratch, your efforts to scale up this business, I think will remain same in both the cases, right? Your expenditure, your spend will remain the same. Your selling efforts will remain the same, right? Your efforts to go ahead and convert and deliver the product will remain the same. Are you with me, everyone? Do you find any difference? This taxation towards the government will remain the same. You would need GST. You would need bank accounts. You would need that company ownership and everything. No matter you are an individual or you are a brand, right? In both the cases, are you with me? Now, when everything is same or similar to each other, why don't we establish something which is meaningful and better or bigger? Able to relate? So when I say better or bigger, I have to say this like this. Given you have an opportunity to go ahead and really drive this audience towards the next move, that they can, you have a choice to sell to 95 people, and your services, once you have a B2B client, there is a recurring payment. Let's say in Jan month, if someone become your client, will pay you forever, right? Until unless you are not making this person dissatisfied with your services. With me. Now, what I should recommend to you guys is that guys only focus at developing a brand instead of just focusing at freelance sites. Why I'm saying this? Because freelancing is not at all appropriate. Now, someone in the group have mentioned that ghost writing, and I was able to go ahead and get it clearly that from where this person was coming. But that's anyways a different thing. Let me ask you guys one more thing. An institute like us, we also mention freelance projects and all that, right? I'm not denying that it's not difficult. It's not like it is not achievable. It's quite difficult in comparison to getting up or setting up your own business profile. Have a, pay attention to what I'm going to say. So now what happens is that a freelance site, how business model works, it's like you are, you are a content writer, you are a resume writer, you are this, you are that. All such services you are going to offer to your clients. Now the next thing your client will expect, he or she will go ahead and Google something, then they will site like Odex, freelance.com, all such sites, right? Now this client will develop his profile and post his requirement that, hey, I'm looking forward to get some work. And you are already registered here as a service provider. You are a service provider. Now they are mediators, these guys. They are mediators, all right? Now this mediator, which I'm going to talk about right now, this company, what happens is that when you're going to, when this guy is going to publish his or her requirement, there are thousands of other service providers which are already there. So one lead has at least around 1,000 plus people who are bidding there. Do you know there is a bidding structure? You have to bid there that I'll do this work at 1 rupee. Someone else will say I'll do it at 80 paisa per word. Someone else will say I'll do this work at 70 paisa per word. Like that, this bidding part works, and the client has to decide which one to go ahead and agree and which one to go ahead and ignore. So it's like at one option, thousands of people are bidding. Now, process is very difficult, and you are anyways going to waste your energy. How many of you disagree to this? Pay attention. I want to ask this. How many of you disagree to this? That no, this is the right way. This is the way I should go ahead and get a business. Now, this is one of the way that you can go ahead and get business, but the point is different. This guy understand the life cycle of your leads at the internet. Everybody, when you were supposed to learn content writing, what did you write? You have written content writing course, best content writing course, best content writing course within your city or online like this, correct? And then you landed to us or some other sites too, correct? You have then given your phone number, email ID to us. We are meeting each other. You had a word with my colleagues, and that's how we have landed. And now you may like or you may dislike, and finally you will decide. This is life cycle of you guys. For my in my case, right? Everybody able to relate? Able to relate? Can I get your yes, no, maybe in the chat box? That is your life cycle as my leads. Now let's understand your leads life cycle. Now your leads, what they will do, they will also go ahead at search engine and they will write freelance content writer, correct? They may get Naukri, Indeed. Then they have Upwork. Then they have freelancers.in. These are the sites, right? And then they have Glassdoor, LinkedIn, all such things, Shine. But look at this girl, right? Freelance.in. Now, such type of a writer who is available at the web, that means she has focused at the right stuff. Now, this is your industry keyword, right? Now, if you appear in front of your leads, you don't have to bid here like other. Now, in this case, look at this girl, right? Freelance Ritika Tiwari. She has all the opportunities only to sell. And she's the only one who will sell. Except if you look at broadly, in the other case, there are hundreds of other people who are selling to the other guys, but she's not. With me, everyone? So what you should go ahead and do, you must go ahead and create a content that actually helps people, that you reach out to those guys. You don't have to go ahead and share your leads. And then you're setting up or you're establishing a right business model. So is it just one of those? No, there are hundreds of such keywords: content writing agency, resume writing agency there. And if you actually check the potential, I'll just show you that this is one of those keyword planner which helps you to go ahead and identify the market size. So look at it, what people search for you: resume writing services, content writing agency, freelance content writer. These are your keywords, okay? Right here, best social media agency. You can do that work. Email marketing agency. You will write press release. So PR agency. Let's say instead of you calling yourself as a freelance, you are calling yourself like a freelance. Instead of that, you're calling yourself, I am an agency owner. And you offer all these types of writing services to all your clients. Now look at the market. The resume writing services within India is being searched around 1K to 10K. And you have to go ahead and do the rest of the research. I've just given you PR agency between 1K to 10K. Email marketing agency 100 to 1000. Best social media agency like this. Freelance content writers, it's like 1K to 10K. Content writing agencies 100 to 1K. What it is? It is a market. It is a potential that people are searching for these terms, right? I mean, if someone is searching for content writing course, that's why we have created that. With me? Now, this is called market research or research around it. Now, if you appear in front of people with every keyword, and I'm not saying for this entire volume of 30, 40,000 search volume, even if you are able to just capture 5 paid clients a month, that's more than enough. Trust me. Because if I'll take a hypothetical number of 10K per client budget, it's like 50K revenue per client. And it's a recurring revenue. Every month you will get this revenue. So if 1st Jan 2020, I've made a client for 50K. 1st of Feb, this client will have 50K revenue booked for me. I have to just add 5 more new clients every month so that I can be at 1 lakh revenue on 1st of March. Can you see the beauty of B2B model? So instead of you focusing at freelance, my request is that you better focus at a bigger market and you can still continue towards the side called freelancing. There is no problem. But look at on a bigger side, as I was talking about the 2-year long-term plan. So guys, keep one thing in mind that you must have patience in content industry because it requires that. It's not that you will do something today. It's not like running an ad at social media or Google. It's like if you will do some efforts today, it will go ahead and come to you or give you some fruitful results after 3 to 6 months. Can I get a quick yes, no from everyone? Are they sold or not? That is this clear to you guys in the industry for that matter, in any industry for that matter? Yeah, that's right, Padmapriya. Great. Anyone else? Anyone would like to go ahead and ask a question right now before I move ahead to the next topic? So far things are clear. So far things you're liking, guys. Great. Wonderful. Okay, so now one of the things which we have to, another thing we have to go ahead and always keep in mind in the content industry, which is one of the best way people make money. Not so much, but at least good amount of money. That stands for blogging or affiliate marketing. How many of you have ever heard about it? That how do these bloggers make money? Have you ever paid attention towards this? How do these people make money? The affiliate marketing, all such things. Okay, do you use Instagram? If yes, so there are two types of marketing which people nowadays use. One is called influencer. Influencer stands for that you are someone who has a lot of followership. All right. Now these people are your, you influence them, right? These influencers are, let's say a brand will reach out to you and they will ask you that, okay, why don't you go ahead and promote our product? If that happens, what additional benefit you get? They may have a contractual thing that you get money or you get something better than money or something like that. That's one way of marketing. Other way of marketing is that called affiliate. Now, affiliate, how many of you have ever heard about affiliate marketing? Or anyone who is aware about this as a term, what affiliate marketing stands for? Bloggers really love this as an industry, affiliate, and it pays you a huge amount. Okay, let me explain you guys what affiliate marketing stands for. Affiliate marketing is a process wherein you will create a content, let's say reviews, all such things, product description, comparison. You will write about listicle articles, and then you have to link content to that company you are affiliated with. If someone clicks on those URLs and buy the product, you get your commission. One of the great example in this case, I'll talk about it. If you ever watch a YouTube video around food making, let's say you're checking a video on how to make butter paneer masala. Now in this case, the YouTuber always mentioned this. I've given a link in the description. You can check if you want to buy this ingredient or if you don't get it near to your home stores, all such that, right? Have you ever paid attention to such words at YouTube, or even if you're watching a video around something, let's say even an informational video, the other guy says that you can find the link there in the in the description, and then you decide. Have you ever noticed such types of words? Now this stands for affiliate marketing, that when you click and you buy from those links, the other person get that particular revenue shared. So that's how the process works. Now let's understand better around it. Let's Google something. Anything and everything at the internet which comes with the blogger URL is actually affiliated. Let me show you guys. Let's say search for even best washing machine in India right now. All right, then we get results like this. These are ads by Google. These are all SEO results. How many people search for best washing machine in India? 22,200 people every month. That's the search volume. Which is the best washing machine in India? This is the search volume. Can you guys see this? Now, a good number. Energyconversiondevices.com, a website. Let's open this site. Now, it's a simple website, right? They are saying Great Indian Festival Sale. They are running the ad and all that. And then they have this table of content. You read about it. We have a habit of always clicking at the first image or first product because we like rank one things in our life. That's how human nature is, right? So let me click at check sale price. Now you will click here and you will plan to buy this, right? You have not paid attention towards one thing. After this question mark, tag is equal to ECDLAV 21 link code is affiliated thing. All right. So if you will buy this 14,000 rupees product, excluding GST, if you will buy this product, this guy will get money. And it has a different percentage structure. So even if you look at this guy receives a traffic of around, I'll just show you guys, close to around 60,000. So if it is written as 60,000, take it like 30% more, because this particular tool is not always capturing the right information. Anyways, 60,000 is what they're capturing. Even if I take, so if you have ever worked in an internet industry, the ratio is that traffic means the number of people who visit at this blog is equal to, or the ratio is 10% are the leads or ready to buy leads. Total traffic is equivalent to 10% are ready to buy leads, means they will definitely buy. So if you look at 6,000 people is what gonna make their final purchase decision or something. And this guy hardly gets 2 USD per sale, and that goes around 12,000 USD. So have a look at this number. It's just a simple blog, and 12,000 USD to INR if you do with the help of just one blog. How much this guy per month is making? It's almost around 9 lakh bucks, right? Is it difficult? Answer is not at all. It is not, but it requires a lot of patience if you will do affiliate marketing. I've been running affiliate channels, and I think that's one of the best thing. You can always go ahead and keep your recurring income. I started my own business, the first business for the internet called Course Deco. That was the first channel I established, and that was all around affiliate marketing. That's me, by the way. Now, in this case, we used to promote various courses, educational skill programs, and all such things. We still do this. I mean, we still promote various programs. Let's say wherever you click, all such links are affiliated with other programs too. We also promote courses from EDX, Udemy, and all that. When you see that these are advertisement URLs, so you get $1, $2 per sale, depending upon the products. So the best part is that, and the process is very simple. You create a content copy, that content gets ranked, and you get the money. How it works, as I said, 3 months time. If you want to Google it, have a look. So this was a drop shipping course. Let me show you how it works. So let's say you're searching for best drop shipping courses in 2020. So someone have Googled it, right? You got this site, Dreams Grow. Your focus should be always to rank in first few. You are right now here. You wrote this on September 2, you are here. But you should have an objective to appear here. That's the most important thing, because people typically click at 1, 2. And even if you check this is again affiliated. I'll show you that. This is again an affiliate URL. Wheresoever or whichsoever URL you will click, you will see that the URL is Udemy ads. Can you see this? That is how it works. There are people making a lot of money with content, But the only thing is that it requires a lot of patience, guys. Typically people, they miss out on this part, that they feel that once I'm going to learn, it's going to be a great career, but it's not absolutely true. It is only great when you have patience around. Everyone, is this clear that how affiliate marketing works? And one of the things I would also like to add here, even if you learn content writing or you don't learn and you will start your own blog, always try to always get into an area of technology, because these guys are paying huge into affiliates. Let's say this particular blog page, not the entire website, this only page makes around 3 lakh USD a month. Trust me, 3 lakh USD a month just from a page, this one simple blog. This page receives around 3 lakh footfall every month, out of which, even if I'll convert 1% as a conversion, which is like 3,000 people buying it, they give 100 USD per sale. Look at this SiteGround as an hosting. These guys are paying per sale 100 USD when you're regularly promoting them. And at the same time, when you run their banner advertisement and all that, they also pay you further. That's what their final affiliate income is. Bluehost types of companies, they pay per sale 5,000 bucks. That's so huge. Look at this. They are paying per 11 to 20 sales. And after that, even it's a custom commission. I've been an affiliate to these companies too, though I've stopped promoting them now. I'll just show you that. My official account, webhub@coursedekho.com. Let me log in. That what's the process? By the way, one of the things we have to keep in mind is that every affiliate organization holds your payment for 60 days. All right. Once a sale is approved, then only they are going to send it to you. So there is a money back guarantee on every internet marketing thing nowadays. So once you will click, once let's say someone buys that product and you get a commission, but it will be like this, that there will be these payments will be always on the affiliated part, like pending payments, right? Every area, not just this company. If someone takes the refund, you will get the cancellation and all that. And when these payments are approved, you are going to get your money like this. For example, this month I've sold to around 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 35 multiplied by 7, close to around under 250 USD is what I've sold to. Now the point is that this is one of the things. Now your article, if people are coming, you get the approval, you get your money somewhere here at your PayPal. Even if you don't have GST numbers and all that, you will still get that money. And the best part is that it is all in USD, the dollars. So how it works, I'll just show you that. So we have to clear your 60 days money return policy period. And once that part is over, here you go. But as I said that creating an articles are not difficult. It's very easy. Let me ask you guys one simple question. If I'll ask you to write a review right now about us, let's say this is the way they will send you money. This is a last $70 when they got approved. This is from the friend, so not this one. 35 USD, 140 USD, which got approved and automatically will be transferred to your account. Now, let me ask you guys a question around. Let's say if I'll ask you to review my webinar just now, will you be able to do that without even learning content writing? Can I get your yes or no in the chat box right now? If I have to ask you that, okay, can you go ahead and review and write an article about what you have learned today? You can, right? Now, everything which people are doing, you may see sometimes really positive reviews about someone at the web. Let's say you check iPhone 11 Pro review, Google it. For you may see it's a best phone, right? But it's again affiliated. Have you ever heard about this site, GSM Arena? It's a famous site, right? They receive 16.4 million traffic every month. Very famous blog on the devices product or such types of electronic things, right? Very old blog. Let's pay attention towards GSM Arena, how it works. So you would check the reviews. I've clicked that specification because I would prefer checking the specification too. And then I have a human nature that I'll check or I'll click at the lowest product ticket price. Flipkart says 7,999. I only check reviews for something when I'm interested to buy, isn't it? Right? Let's check Flipkart. I have clicked website saves the cache. This there is someone clicks at the URL, your browser that saves the cache. And no matter when, so whenever this guy will buy, this guy, GSM Arena guy, will get the affiliate ID, GSM Arena. This guy will earn money. And if you want to check that, how much on mobile device Flipkart gives the money, so it's like Flipkart affiliate commission on mobile. So let's check that based on the category. Where is this mobile? Mobile phones, here we go. Types of mobile, 1% on iPhones, right? So that's how it works. And do you remember that washing machine? Washing machine is flat 1500, large appliances. This is what these guys make. And look at it. Grocery items is 18%, 3% on existing, new orders 18%, 4% on this, 5% on this. Flipkart gift card, of course, 0. MI television, 0.1. Of course, no one is writing. That's why the review about MI. Can you guys see this? That's how it works. And why Amazon has a lot of people on the affiliate program, because they pay better commission in comparison to Flipkart. Everyone, is this clear to you guys? So let's now talk about IM skills. Why one should opt for IM skills? One, that our course is objective driven and it's 100% hands-on learning. In our training program, you just don't focus at writing part. Writing is what we will teach you in the entire course. And we also teach you content marketing, which is the most crucial part of content industry. You're going to get 16 hours of a lecture all about content writing, types of content writing, and then you get 60 hours of hands-on assignment. Along with it, there is a 3 months of an internship where we are going to do content writing along with content marketing hands-on. So we will develop articles, market it, we will learn about SEO and everything around that, affiliate marketing, going viral with the campaigns and all such things. Internship is 100% confirmed to all those who will clear an exam with us. We help people to go ahead and establish their businesses as well. And if you need a job support, we also help you to do that. Along with IM skills, we prepare you for the IM HubSpot content marketing certification, which is an online exam given based certification. So you have to appear for that too. This product is at 11,900 plus GST. And when is the next batch starting? It's starting on 22nd of upcoming month, which is November. Why so late? Because on Dashara day, the coming day, we do not have a batch. And then on 14th, 15th of that Diwali next day is 15th of November is again a week gap. So that's why we decided to launch it on 22nd of November. Otherwise, we would have a batch on 14th or 15th as a starting day. Now, this is what we offer as a course overview. You get 12 different types of modules in it. You will get a walkthrough of 150 plus tool. You have a lifetime access to this course. You want to repeat this course again and again live or with the help of recordings. All are available without any extra course fee. And then there is a diversified audience as your batchmates. You will see people from various countries are participating with you as your batchmates. The content writing certification will look like this. And the content marketing certification of HubSpot will be a different one. We are one of the most preferred course, even recommended by Naukri Learning too, that if you want to be a content writer with their top recruiters like Times of India and all that, it is advisable that you learn. Now, I am done from my side. I would like to request people to ask me any questions around it if you have any. And I also want to say something around this, that whenever we launch a batch, we always give for the first 3 tickets on the first webinar day, like today, up until 5:30 p.m. for the first 3 tickets, 10% early bird discount. So our fees, which is 11,900 plus GST, goes to 14,042. Is like all inclusive after 10% early bird. At the moment, it is 12,637 all inclusive. It is valid for first 3 tickets, or it is valid until 5:30 p.m. So whichsoever will meet first will accordingly will go ahead, and this link will expire. The link which I've just now given in the chat box is our early bird 10% off link. Satyendra says, should I pursue my parallel career along with this career? Satyendra, absolutely correct. Content, please do not ignore. I think blogging is something typically people don't have a view around it. I can give you a lot of people references around this, that how they are making good money, after writing. So I'll explain. Let's say you take it like this. You're starting up with the food blog. This goes to everyone, and you have nothing to make right now. You're doing your regular job, that boring job. Okay. There is a food blog you have created, and you are only focusing at creating good, delicious dishes and making people read. That's it. And after 3 years, once you have around 1 lakh visits every month at your blog, and you have captured a database of, let's assume this, of let's say within this 3 years journey, you have email IDs of around 4 lakh people. They are your followers, and you send them an email every month that this is my new guide about vegetable diet, health diet, this diet, all such things. And after 3 years, you have launched one ebook at 99 rupees. What it is? The secret sauces of your dishes, because you're already making them aware about your brand. Out of 4 lakh, how many of you feel that 25% at least people will not buy? Because it's just 99 rupees. They will buy. Now, if you calculate 1 lakh people who have bought a product at 99 rupees, just calculate your revenue. Just let me tell you one simple maths, my friends. Typically, people never develop 5 years plan. They always want to earn immediately. That's the problem. You should always have a bigger view in mind that after years, what it's gonna pay me. Look at Amazon. Why it is today so big? Amazon actually captured 7 years plan that for next 7 years to every customer I will give discount. And after 7 years, they decided that we will become profitable. They first exhausted money like anything, right? But that helped them to go ahead and vanish each and everything in the competition. In the end of the day, they are the leaders at global stage, world's richest company. Why? Because that's the way. If your vision is big, you're going to make good money. Deep says, if someone is not good with the English language, is he able to learn and make his career in content without a problem? Because one should be able to rate himself at least 7 out of 10. And there are tools which helps you to go ahead and take care of your vocab, grammar, and all such things. Padma Priya says that I am currently enrolled to your DMMC. Can I take this later or parallelly? Suggestions. I would recommend together, because content and digital, if both will go together, I think that will help you, Padma Priya, a lot to go ahead and grip better on this skill side. So my suggestion is that both together, but choice is again all yours. Anyone else who would like to go ahead and ask me a question around it? And those who are planning to, those who are confirmed that yes, you are looking forward to start with your course at iimskills, it's a very good option that you can take that or early bird offer without a problem. But again, purely your choice, no such force things. Anyone else who would like to go ahead and ask me a question around it, guys? Is it possible to attend weekday batches? Lakshmi, I'll be honest, straight. The point is that weekday batches we are not launching because given if you launch a weekend or weekday one, you can shift yourself as well, even if you want to repeat. What are the sites for vocabulary? There are sites which are like Grammarly, Hemingway app, and a lot more. Do we understand everything about making money like 3 lakh USD? Okay, Satyendra, let me explain you once more. Let's say this is one blog and this receives around 3 lakh visits every month. Okay, this blog receives 3 lakh visit every month. They get 100 USD. Point clear? And I've taken a hypothetical number that out of 3 lakh visit, only 1% people are buyers who will click and buy. All right. So it's like 3,000 people will buy, right? And then per ticket, this company or this blog has made 100 USD. So how many USD now it is going to be? It's like 2 crore rupees revenue a month. So, yeah, at the moment, weekday batches are not available. Can we cope up both the courses at the same time? Without a problem, because content and digital, like one is a Saturday and one is a Sunday, and both requires around, content requires around 5 to 6 hour investments a week, including your lectures. Digital requires around 7 to 8 hours require, investment, time investment. I have an educational blog. I'm struggling for traffic. Whether the course will help me to increase traffic? Absolutely right. I'll tell you what, look at the blog, so we have so many blogs we are running right now around affiliates, and our focus is only to go ahead and rank. That's it. Okay. That's how we create. That's how we write. So you will really master skills like which are there in terms of not just writing to content, about content marketing too. And there are a few hacks which you will really love, and also content engagement. It's all about traffic. There are hundreds of keywords for a particular content or topic. How can we choose a particular keyword that will give you ranking? What's your name, Lenovo? Can you just tell me your name? So you have to go ahead and figure out. I'll explain. Now, one of the things Shrinivas, thanks. Shrinivas, one of the things you have to go ahead. Okay, Jasmine. Someone using Lenovo is Jasmine. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me first rename you. Jasmine. Here you go. Now, when you actually create a content, Jasmine, there are few strategies which we always have to keep in mind. That's even our part of the course. There are level of competition. When you start with a new website, a website is new, which has a zero trust from Google. All right. We call them typically most trust factor. All right. Now, a site which is zero trust site and fighting on a high competitive keyword, right, will never rank. Why I'm saying this? Because a high competitive keyword can only be ranked for those who are well trusted. However, if you will fight for low competition keywords in such cases, you're going to rank. How and what is part of our course, I just want to give you like this. So keyword selection or right keyword selection is what we are going to help. Okay. Lost the audio about weekday batch. Can you please repeat the options available? Lakshmi, at the moment, we do not have weekday batch because we do not have the facility available to run that at the moment. Only the weekend one is available right now. Please understand, due to pandemic, you have less audience right now participating. That's the reason. Weekend one is available, and the day weekdays is also available. You can anytime go ahead and repeat. Don't worry about it. By the way, Lakshmi, I have got your enrollment as well. And thank you so much for doing that. Anyone else who would like to go ahead and ask me a question around it? So we're left with two now. So the next two tickets can be bought here. Do you have any other question, guys, which you would like to clarify or something? And I would also like to know how many of you are planning to go ahead and take up the upcoming batch so that my colleague Shiva from my team can get in touch and will accordingly take this forward. And those who are clear about the things, I have a request to please leave your feedback in the chat box before you leave this meeting. Guys, your feedback will help me to improve. How was your overall experience? I request please write that in the chat box. If you feel that within this 1 hour duration, I can also add something more, please do let me know so that I can go ahead and cover that particular thing in my next orientation. Your feedback can help other guys as well to go ahead and get maximum value from IIM skills orientation classes.